I just finished a great video with Pavel Barber. We did 3 videos, and now we're just going to do a little segment called Strat and Glide Side by Side. So we're just going to have a nice little chat, and we'll ask a couple questions. I've learned so much myself. How much of this have you learned through floorball and your upbringings in hockey, and so much expertise that you've got? I'm like, okay, where the heck how did he learn that? What level has he played in order to do that? Who have you learned under? Obviously, a lot of it I know is just trial and error, but is there any one that you might compliment more than others that you say, oh, that was such a great coach, or where did you get all your expertise?
Yeah, I mean, I had phenomenal coaches. I wouldn't say they taught me stick handling, and again, no fault of their own. They were good coaches. It just was such a new thing, and they taught as much as they knew, but they gave me the love for the game that I have now, and I owe them a lot for that, because I'm like obsessed with this game. Honestly, like just watching, I grew up a Paul Kariya fan, loved watching him. He was so creative. University of Maine doing backhand toe drags in like the 90s is unheard of. And then Pavel Datsuk later on, breaking down his moves, what made him deceptive. So I would clip NHL highlights of some of my favorite players. I'd watch the moves. I'd mark the situations they'd use the moves in, whether it was a failed attempt or a successful one. I'm just trying to build up a pattern of like what leads to more common success, and what are the pillars of success in terms of like body language, where the puck is, how they're performing the move, what gets them to shift their weight versus not, how much does eyes up looking off make an impact. And then for me personally, like I like to say, like I'm no one special in terms of where I played, whatever. I've always loved stick handling and puck control and edge work and all that. So I was out on these rinks, Riverdale, Withrow, like as much as I could humanly possibly be. When I was a kid growing up, I'd skip school to come here a lot, and I just love trial and error, trying to figure stuff out, you know. And kind of like you were saying in an earlier video, like I would do so much at a slow speed, and then I get on the rollerblades, and then with the green biscuit when they invented it, and now I'd be trying high speed stuff, and that's a whole other layer. And then it's like how to shift the weight according to the fake, how to build up a little bit more synchronicity with the feet and hands, and it's just so fun, the trial and error, filming myself in slow motion as well. That's the best way to break everything down and see where your errors are coming. I was noticing a lot of some of my backhand off the body moves. I was raising my top hand, my heel came off the ice, and I only knew that because of slow motion. So I tell kids, like, film yourselves in slow motion, have fun with it, make games out of it, but like watch yourself. And watch McDavid or whoever your favorite player is, you'll learn a lot faster.
And speaking to Kariya and Datsuk, for me, growing up it was Gretzky, and watched a number of Wayne Gretzky videos. He's pretty good. and I guess obviously just being the goal scorer, the point getter, champion that he was. And then it quickly shifted to, oh, Sean, you're a really fast skater. And so I started appreciating the Berets and the Fedorovs and like those complete players that had a ton of speed. And then the game, as I got a little bit older, became a little bit more aggressive. And I really liked the Peter Forsbergs and those sort of like
power forward with skill.
Exactly, right. I like going up against guys bigger and stronger and body checking them, and then still being able to score some points and get some assists. But I'll say, like, defensively, I was like always lacking on the defensive side of it. Only ever both, thinking bro. North. You too. Okay, Kariya first, Datsuk second. Is that right?
Datsuk would be first. Kariya was my first guy. But yeah, Datsuk, I'm like obsessed with that guy.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
200 foot forward.
It's cool the way NHLers speak about him, how he was just like another magician level.
So he was always voted like hardest player to play against. And that's like, you know, a 200-foot game. If you're a 200-foot center, getting close to 90 points, that's insane. Like you look at like Kopitar, Taves, Bergeron, Barkov. You know, very few guys can put up the numbers they're putting up while being defensively responsible as well. And they're just so unbelievably good at the basic little thing. And you notice it in playoffs how valuable that is. Those little plays along the boards. Being able to control the puck for an extra 1-2 seconds in zone to be able to set up, kick it out to the D. Man, like it's just so unbelievably important. And like that's where I like got really obsessed with all the like puck control stuff, is just noticing like it's not the fancy stuff that makes the big difference. Those are what get on the highlight reels across social, but the things that make the most difference are the most boring skills. Honestly, but they just do them so well. They don't look boring to me when Datsuk's doing them. And, you know, like guys like Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes, like all those guys, like it looks incredible. But the skills that separate are more commonly, they just do the basics
just way fundamentals. Better. Exactly. So if you're maybe the manager of a team and you're choosing between one of these three players, which would you choose for second and third? Kucherov, McKinnon, Makar.
Oh my God, dude. What are you doing to me?
I know.
Kucherov,
So you got to
McKinnon.
start a team, and this team is going to be the championship team. You're the manager of that NHL team.
I got to pick one.
You got to choose your first.
Choose my
And
first.
then, are you going D-man? Are you going complete power forward? Are you going one of the most skilled Kucherov players ever? You know, like, I don't know.
That's the hardest.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna.
And you can do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'll go McKinnon. I say that out of just pure bias of like I watched him in the
Yeah,
Mooseheads
I know.
growing up
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh, you did?
when
Okay,
He was
cool.
with Jonathan Drouin and
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah.
I love his style of play, and
Yeah.
more importantly, I love his intensity.
Yeah,
And
right.
I love the fact that like he came into the league highly touted, wasn't really doing great, got 60 some odd points.
Yep.
It wasn't looking great, and then he just said in a Spit and Chicklets interview, he just
Yeah.
took everything to a next level in terms of commitment to
Yeah.
the game, and I really love his just like dog mentality. He's just such a difference maker as an individual,
Yeah.
as all three of them are. But I just love him.
Okay.
And then I'd probably go Makar second.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
say that just because of if you're gonna you need like having D-men that
Yes.
mobile and that effective is
Yeah.
like, man, there's very few of those in the league at that level.
Yeah.
Not to say Kucherov isn't a one-of-one as well, but
Yeah.
probably go with the impossible question, Makar too.
I
And
know.
I'm a huge Kucherov fan,
I
so this
know,
is like
I know.
it kills me. You chose like three of my favorite players,
sorry.
bro. To give you the non-political answer,
Yeah.
I'll go 1, 2, 3 there. Makar in second spot.
I love it. Both you and I are not pros in any sort of sense at the NHL level, but as a fan and as a contributor to the hockey community, what's going on with the Leafs?
Oh my God.
For me, I would explain it when anyone asks me, "Oh, come on, what's going on with the Leafs and when do you think they're going to win?" So for me, obviously it's an incredibly talented team, and there's a lot behind the doors that we have no idea and such. But with us having all these great high top picks and us, we definitely can't say no to Marner. We definitely can't say no to Matthews. And we're thinking so offensive. And I think I might have done the same. Let's get Nylander on and let's get this whole offensive side set. And it's so electric and so fun to watch and so many goals and we're so great. And then defensively, we're going to lack a little bit. And then goaltending, we're going to lack a little bit. And now I think maybe it's the opposite. You have to have a solid goalie. Then you have to have solid defense that the forwards can trust so that they have the permission to do that. And I kind of explained it like that. Well, like, maybe that's it. They always go so hard in the regular season. They do so well in the regular season. And it's so exciting. And they're always first place or up there.
Every year.
And then they've taken themselves out because they don't have enough energy for the playoffs and they don't know how to that dog mentality or they don't know how to complete it and finish it. And playoff hockey is obviously totally different than regular season hockey. And maybe they just can't quite go that distance. And if there's any suggestions that you think or anything that you see, like you know the game so well, is there anything that you see you're like, maybe it could be this or
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of what you're alluding to there. I think it's back end. Back end first. I would always go from that approach. You got to get a solid goalie, obviously, but the D-core has got to be pretty solid as well. You need your offensive D-men for sure, but you need those shutdown D-men so badly.
Yeah.
And they're lacking that a bit. I mean, the amount of goals they're allowing now is definitely way too much. The zone entries are a little bit easy for a lot of teams. I think it's like you want balance between your top two lines and your bottom
Right.
six. So
Yeah.
balancing that out a little bit. But this year's, I would never have guessed this with the team they
I
had.
know.
So I didn't predict this. I'm shocked by it. I don't have a good answer for it.
Yeah.
The playoff stuff, a lot of it is just like, intensity and just like willingness to do those, insane work ethic things to win. I think we lacked a little bit where it's just like, you look at loose puck battles, 50-50 battles, board side, just protecting the puck and being able to keep it down there. We got destroyed by Barkov just holding it down there for like 3-4 seconds alone and then kicking it out or driving himself. It's like those little things, if we could be better at the small area game, getting into that open ice, our stars get shut down. And that's the problem with star-studding your lineup is if you have the ability, like you said, playoffs is way different. Space shrinks. Plays are way more heavily contested.
Yeah.
You got to find ways to contribute if you're Matthews, Marner, or whatever. Obviously, he's not on the team anymore. But if that's not working for you, you got to be noticeable in other ways.
Yeah.
And I noticed that with guys like McKinnon, McDavid, like when they're not scoring, they're still noticeable.
Yeah.
They're working, they're grinding, whatever it is. You always got to find ways to contribute, even when your bread and butter isn't flowing for you that day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you have a favorite team, a favorite player?
So I grew up a Ducks fan because of Korea.
Okay.
We haven't been great for long. We're somehow third in the Pacific now, despite we'd be last in the Atlantic probably. Atlantic's so much better. I watch them not as much as the Leafs now though. So I'd say I'm more of a Leafs fan just from the ability to watch games specific. I'm not going to stay up that late anymore. My favorite players are all gone. Getzlaf was the last of my favorites on that one. Loved him. But I'm a Leafs fan, not a diehard. I watch probably just as many Oilers games as Leafs. I just love Draisaitl and McDavid. And fun brand of hockey, right? So I watch a lot of Avalanche games, probably a quarter of the amount I watch Edmonton or Leafs. But I like to watch my favorite players a lot.
Oh my God, I can't get enough of watching this one particular player. It's something that you aspire your own skills to be like, or
there's lots. So I mean, Kucherov, because I snubbed him, I'll say him first. Kucherov for sure. Makar, McKinnon, McDavid, Draisaitl, Barkov, Quinn Hughes. I really like watching Jack Hughes as well.
Yeah.
A really huge fan of Barzell.
Love his skating.
He's just so unbelievably good. Braden Point as well. I think they're kind of very similar player. Those are a lot of my favorite players. Like I'd probably, if I was going to model myself after a guy, like obviously everyone would choose like McDavid, but I love watching Braden Point. Like I just think he's, for his size, he's a smaller guy, so impactful on the ice, so noticeable, so fluent with his skating, and just so clutch in the playoffs. Playoff Braden Point's like another breed of human being. He's just so clutch.
Okay, so I sort of see our influencer sort of status as being like one in which we are teaching the fundamentals of the game, or teaching the reasons why you should play sports in general, any sports, the life lessons and everything that obviously sports can offer. And I try to teach that at the camps as well too. For me, I think being more inclusive to people from many different diversities playing the game, like what can we do more to like open the game up and make it more welcoming and make the hockey community more huge? Is there anything in particular that you're like, all right, here's my personal goal in maybe helping a quest like that, and here's how I want to do my part so that when one day we pass, we can look back in our life and be like, all right, you know what, like we really touched a lot of hearts and people really appreciated this about teaching us that aspect. I've never even thought about hockey in that way, and I had Pavel to do that. Or is there anything like goal oriented that you're like, I want to be known obviously for the most incredible Michigan guy ever, and like like all of your incredible trick shots? Like, is there anything in particular that I really want to be known for this? And what's sort of your quest and your goals as you continue forward in your incredible career?
Like I think your first question, making sure that like whenever you're teaching, it's not about delivering it to any specific audience, and just like being like, hey, you love hockey? Play the game.
Me too. Let's go.
It really shouldn't matter. We shouldn't be like, I don't think like making a big deal of any group being, just because they have less of them in the game, making it a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, if you love hockey, you put in the work, and you enjoy it, I'll love teaching.
Yeah, exactly.
My whole thing has always been passion. Like, if you're passionate about the sport, I love teaching people like that. I can tell when someone doesn't care and when someone does. And
less coachable.
And you can probably attest to this. Like, it fills your cup when you see kids really go after it and put in the work, even if they're less skilled, and whatever it is. So like, you've probably done the same, but like, going to certain like minority groups and doing like lessons there. Some of them can't skate, and some of them don't have their own equipment. Some of those are the most fun sessions. Because it makes you revisit when you weren't very good at the sport and what made you fall in love with it. You're like, man, like I can kind of remember when I was 5. I remember my shitty first goal where I just poked it in the net and I like was elated for like a year. As the worst goal you can imagine, bro. Like, but it's like, I remember that like very clearly, and just like the impact you can have as a coach and someone enjoying it from the grassroots up. that really is a big deal. And I think that's what I would love to be known for, is like helping people love the game more. Because my whole thing is like, people talk about like you got to love what you do, but they don't exactly know the extent to which that goes. If you love something more, you're going to be out here longer. When you're out here, you're going to be focused for longer, and you're going to push past your comfort zone more. That's what love of the game does. It's not just like sunshine and rainbows, like DDD, I love the game. It's like, man, you're going to put in more focused hours of intense and intent work. Out here, if you love this sport.
I love that.
If mom and dad and your coach have to tell you to train, it's going to be a tough ride for you. If, like, you're not going to put in the work that's necessary to get good. If you're struggling at something, you're going to be more likely to quit it than you would to be like stick it out through that trial and error process. So like, really, whatever you're doing, find ways to make it fun. Do it with a friend, make a game of it, whatever it is, but make sure you keep that love of the game high so that you can keep those hours going on longer.
Cool. I'll teach at the camps. We'll always start with it, and then towards the end of the camp, we'll give the reasons why. But essentially, I'll say our two focuses are, let's have not just have fun, but let's have as much fun as we possibly can, and let's work as hard as we can. It has to be that perfect combination. We have as much fun as we can so that we enjoy our time, and that's the purpose of life, to be as happy as we can be, enjoy our time, and enjoy what we do. And why should we work as hard as we can? So that we can reach our fullest potential. And that we'll evolve and we'll grow and we'll reach our fullest potential, and those sort of two things. So
I love that. That's awesome. Man.
So
that's like similar to me. That's great.
Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
I feel like you never know how like an interview and a video shoot like this is going to go, but in just seeing how you correspond with anyone in any of your videos, you can see how likable and how much of a great person you are. Can't thank you enough for your time. Now in meeting you in person, I'm like, oh my God, we have to be friends.
I know.
I want to be friends.
You got to come up to my Wednesday
Exactly.
night
Exactly.
It'll be my my lining now.
Well, I'll just set you up for the plays, and I'll let you dish, or I'll let you score, and I'll just dish it to you. So just can't thank you enough. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your expertise. I know obviously everyone's benefited so much, and hopefully we'll have you again if you're ever available. Have you again,
absolutely.
and learn more from you so much.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah,
you too,
great
brother.
meeting you too, man. Absolutely.